Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is Drops Belle. This 53% cotton, 33% viscose, 14% linen yarn features 20 colors. The colorway that we chose is 16 mauve. This 50-gram skein with 120 meters or 131 yards works up as a DK to worsted weight yarn. The suggested gauge on a US 6 or 4mm needles is 21 stitches and 28 rows per 4 inches or 10 centimeters. For our swatch, I will be using a 4mm needle size. In today's video, we're going to review and score Drops Belle using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you in your next project. Stay tuned until the end for a few pattern recommendations as well. If you want to feel this yarn for yourself, please consider supporting us on Patreon. We send out these yarn cards every single month to our amazing community, so you can have your own personal yarn library to refer to for any project. Let's get started. For availability, we give Drops Belle a score of 2.5 out of 5. This Norway-based brand, although very popular overseas, is a little bit trickier to come by for us here in the States. Currently, this yarn is not available in shops in the US and only in a few colors on Amazon. However, I purchased and shipped mine from the UK and was very satisfied with how easy it was to order my yarn from Wool Warehouse and have it shipped to me here in the United States. For softness, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. There are 3 different fibers in this yarn: cotton, viscose, and linen. Linen has a tendency to be on the drier and rougher side. Cotton, depending on the type of cotton, can also be dry. Some types are of course softer than others. Then there is the viscose content, which is the most popular type of rayon. Viscose undergoes a similar yet different cellulose chemical process than rayon from bamboo. It is derived from plant fibers rather than wood. I believe it is the viscose that gives this yarn a tiny bit of a softer hand than if it were just cotton or linen. For comparison, it is softer than Sandnesgarn Sisu, which is a superwash wool with nylon, and is slightly less soft than Holsgarn Coast, a cotton and merino blend. For a micron count or softness scale rating, I would say it's pretty comparable to around a 26 micron count, which is a little bit softer than a Peruvian Highland wool, but not quite as soft as an alpaca or merino. Now, I noticed this yarn was on the drier side, but I was able to work with it with my sensitive skin. For long periods of time, I would probably need a few breaks though. I was a little surprised that after blocking my swatch, the fibers felt more dry than it did from the skein, so that kind of threw me off and made me question things. On another note, this yarn is perfect for the summer months. Cotton, viscose, and linen are all highly breathable, letting air flow freely while wicking moisture away from the skin and drying quickly, keeping you comfortable. For traction, we give it a score of 4 out of 5. Just looking at a strand of this yarn, 6 loosely spun fibers, I thought this yarn would be a nightmare on my needles. It actually didn't split but a few times while working on my swatch. It was a little weird though, it felt like such a thick yarn, maybe because it has those 6 fibers together, but I couldn't wrap my brain around how it was a DK weight, but my hands felt like it was working with a chunky weight. It was on the drier side, so it didn't glide like a superwash yarn would, but I of course didn't expect it to. I probably had the same amount of grip on my needles as a coarser or more rustic wool like a Peruvian Highland wool or even a Norwegian wool. For durability, we give it a score of 4.5 out of 5. Cotton, linen, viscose, those are some strong fibers right there. Linen is heavier than cotton and is actually 30% stronger. This may be why it feels so crisp at first because of its strength. Viscose is not as durable as cotton, but it is lighter and smoother. This particular yarn also did very well with the stress test. I tried my best to manipulate the swatch with friction and heat to see how the fibers would react to felting or pilling, and this one passed the test. I did not see any pills. For cost, we give it a score of 4.8 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay only $2.53 US per skein. That is less than $3. Now, who says natural fibers are always more expensive than acrylic? For a size medium sweater, it'll cost approximately $23. 9 skeins for $23 US. I can name a few stores off of the top of my head that you can't even buy a cotton t-shirt for less than $25, let alone a cotton blend sweater. Now that is a steal if you ask me. Overall, we give Drops Belle a score of 3.86 out of 5. Cost is absolutely not an issue for this yarn. It is a little on the dry side for my sensitive skin, but maybe blocking with a no-rinse wool wash or even just washing it again, I imagine it would soften. It has a little bit of a marled look from the different colors of the fibers spun together, but I think that is a great example of how different fibers take dye differently. So we had a little look on Ravelry and wanted to share a few pattern recommendations with you, hopefully to inspire you if you're wanting to use this yarn for a project of your own. The first pattern is the Desert Bloom Top by Rachel Kurihara. Ranging in sizes from extra small to 5XL, it features a faux wrap with a peplum ruffle at the bottom. The top is worked flat from the top down and is joined in the round at the waist. It features I-cord etching for a clean finish. I think this would be such a fun addition to a summer knitwear collection as it's different from a simple tee and could even be dressed up if you wanted to. The next pattern is the Eileen Bag by Hannah Mason. This free pattern features a stretchy stitch and a wide strap. The short strap is a design choice so that it doesn't stretch out with the bag if it becomes heavy. It has a beautiful open weave stitch pattern that I think would be the perfect piece to bring to a farmer's market this upcoming spring and summer season. The last pattern is the Simple Summer Tweed Top-Down V-Neck by Heidi Kirrmaier. This free pattern is a very basic top-down raglan with almost no seaming required. It includes sizing and shaping for both men and women and a crew neck variation as well. It is designed to be a casual, loose fit, but could easily be made more fitted by increasing the waist shaping rows and choosing a size that fits more closely. The neck trim can also be left off for a more open V-neck. I think this oversized sweater would be perfect for when it gets chilly this warmer season, when the wind picks up or the sun goes down. It is a simple basic that I think would fit great in any wardrobe. Have you used Drops Belle yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.